Let's jump into this chat. The slap heard around the world. Man, I was writing on that evening, and I was just taking a writing break, checking Twitter, and I see people talking about Will Smith slap Chris Rock. I'm like, oh shit! And then I watched the video, and I'm like, oh word! And then you watch the uncensored one, and you see like the whole build up to it and everything. I'm like, oh wow, this is heavy.
It's like
this
is
real heavy, and a lot of things have been unraveling throughout the week. There was a report that the Academy asked him to leave, and then that was proven false. And obviously, Jada Pinkett Smith's battle with alopecia is what had Will ready to defend her, and him laughing at the joke initially, and then the camera pans away, and all of a sudden he's walking up to the stage. It's a very nuanced situation.
Also, the history with
Chris Rock,
the old Grammys when they was the Grammy Oscar So White, and he made that speech saying like you wasn't even invited. There was beef on that too.
There's so many layers to the situation. So like I want to ask y'all, what's your reaction to it? There are people who are on Will's side, people who are on very few people who are on Chris Rock's side, and it's just a lot to this situation.
I think what Will did was wrong. I like when I first saw that, I was so irritated that like he thought he could just do that. Like first off, let's talk about the form. Like he walked up there and like I don't know if he does martial arts or anything, but like that was the most perfect slap I've ever seen in my life. Like if you slowed it down, he cocked it back like this. And the follow through was crazy.
Bro,
I was like, yo.
The one pick where he's just like,
like it was picture. Like I can't think of a better slap in the history of slaps.
Honestly.
That was the best slap I've ever seen in my life. And then the way he just walked off like a G.
Swag. It was swag to it.
It was swaggy, but I was just like, me? You're not slapping me and making it to your seat. You're not slapping me in front of Beyonce
on national
and making it to your
TV,
seat.
dog. That happened in front of Zoe Kravitz and Zendaya. It was a lot of baddies.
they cleared Zoe.
Zoe got cooked.
Oh yeah, they did. Yo, when you said Zoe
talking
Kravitz, you said Zoe Kravitz, I was like, damn. But yeah, anyway,
You got cleared too.
But yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very conflicted, right? Because in part, I get it, right? I've been there where you gotta defend your girl, right? And it's like things like that. But at the same time too, I don't want to sound like a
Don't stop. Speak freely.
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like a hotep nigga, right? But it's like, yo, like of everybody you could have slapped, bro, you slapped the one other black nigga doing something, bro. I was just like, damn, bro. Like I just said, damn, Chris, like there's a million people that could have made that joke, but you was at the wrong place at the wrong time, gag.
I don't even think it was a black thing, because honestly, I just feel like it was because it was Chris Rock. I don't even think he would do that to Kevin Hart.
I didn't know the history with Chris Rock either.
Yeah,
so I didn't know that.
I don't like. Yeah, people were saying, would he do that to The Rock? Would he do that to a white guy?
The Rock is crazy.
Yo, Rock brolic, bro. You're not slapping The Rock.
I don't even think he's doing that to Kevin Hart because of how Kevin Hart is. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he knew Chris Rock wasn't going to do anything. And I'm surprised nobody's even talking about Chris Rock's disorder, too, where he can't process...
disorder.
Yeah,
he has a disorder where like he can't...
Dissociative something.
Yeah, like he can't process if like, let's say he's telling a joke, and like if it's something that he should like stop, or like he can't tell unless people are physically laughing, like if it's good or bad. So that's why he was still like processing that slap and everything, but still like I don't know, like I just felt disrespected for Chris Rock. Like you can't, like you like nah.
Yeah. It's a tough, very tough situation. I think for Will, it's like, we're human. In the moment we get flustered by something, it's hard to use your best judgment in that moment. Obviously, it's not the most ideal setting on national TV in front of a lot of people. A lot of people on Twitter were talking about respectability politics and black people acting crazy in front of white people. I don't give a fuck about that. It's just handling that in that way. But at the same time, it's like, he put his wife's back against the wall with that joke, and like, yo, you gonna make my wife look crazy on national TV? I'm gonna make you look crazy on national TV. So, I can understand it, and I think you made the point, like every man in that situation, your girl's getting talked about crazy, you're gonna think about doing something. A lot of us will do something. A lot of us, we can easily have that comfort, like we're not in the situation, so nah, I wouldn't have done that. But you don't know till you're actually there. So. It's a very, very nuanced, layered situation. Will did apologize, a great apology. Like whoever his publicist, PR person is, they was working. They was working.
They've been going for 50 all week.
I also think of it like Will has been the butt of like social media's jokes for the last few years with the entanglement stuff and just him personally.
Tupac too?
Yeah, the Tupac stuff. Like people view him as like that corny dude who's like super positive. Like Will, I feel like this was just the culmination of like a lot of pent up aggression for him. He's like, oh no. You're not gonna wild out on my wife on national TV. Absolutely not. Like I gotta do something about it. So yeah, it's man.
I feel like
it's a lot to it.
I feel like he came there with intentions to do something a little bit.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's hard to say.
That form was too perfect.
Yo,
That's a Philly nigga. Right?
Yo,
Philly niggas.
that slap was too
I don't think he
perfect.
intended to do that. I think he didn't know what he was doing. I think he just the reaction, like I think it was such an emotional reaction, like such a spontaneous reaction. It was like when he's sitting there giving his speech and he's just crying like the whole time. Like I think he was processing it. So I guess my whole thought on it is like and then the initial was the shock factor. I was just like, yo, this is real. And then watching the video and said, oh, this is for real, for real.
But did you see the video of like someone in the crowd behind him and it showed like Jada's reaction? She didn't even flinch.
I didn't even see Jada's reaction.
She didn't even flinch. Like,
do you think okay, we know they're like whatever they tell you publicly is always 10 times more that goes on behind the scenes. So that doesn't shock me at all that she was just sitting there stoked, just like, oh yeah, like there goes Will.
And like when Chris said like, oh, I just got slapped by Will Smith, she laughed like it was comedy, like it was part of the show.
It's a lot going on.
It was kind of weird.
Like,
But real quick to this point though, like I think it's so multi-layered that I'm in that space where I'm just like, for every point you bring up, I see the other side, literally, and it's just one of those situations. Yeah. For every point, there's a strong rebuttal on either side, and I don't think it's the thing about sides. I think that's weird. I think initially it was trying to be that, but like, at this point, I think we should move forward from it. Will is, he hedged their bet and not hedged the bet, but he beat him to the punch and got out of the academy.
Because they were gonna kick him out, so he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yo, next topic. We bugging.
I missed what he said. What he said?
I said beat him to the punch. He said
Literally.
Oh. Does he keep the Oscar though?
Yeah.
Well, they're under the review. It's under review right now. So
If I get to keep the Oscar, I'm leaving
it's his
the
first
Academy.
Oscar, man. Let me keep that shit. I got out of here. It's bullshit.